Hey, hello everyone. Okay, so I've always loved all things project management. I've always loved to manage projects. So sometimes when I'm not planning weddings, I'm actually managing like projects, trainings, for organizations and yeah, what have you, starting something new and all of those things. I actually love the idea of managing a project. So maybe if I did not love the idea of managing a project, I would have probably hired a project manager. To manage the launch of this book. But yes, I am project managing the launch of my book myself because I can. So I want to carry you guys in on the creation process of this book today. Yes, like I said in my past videos, I wouldn't say that I had it all put together, oh, this, I would do this, I would do that, I would do that. But I knew somewhere, how I wanted everything to go in my head, and I just wrote some things down. I knew that I had to write first, for me to be able to launch the book. I had to write things down. And I had told you how that it was from the place of trying to simplify my work process, and also getting feedback from clients. I just started putting this together. So I knew that there had to be a writing phase. And then I'd given to some of my friends. And let me just say a very big thank you to Kayode here, because he was Sean Kayode. He was the very first person that I told about the idea of this book. And then when I wrote it and I shared with him, he helped with the review, and my husband as well helped me to review this book. And they actually told me, it would be best for you to try it out with someone who is getting married, so that they can actually use the book, and then you'll be able to tell if it is something that will be acceptable. And so I then did that with 3 brides. I was just guiding them as the bridal guardian that I am. I was guiding them just through the process, and we're using the book. I was also even using the book with planning, and it was just very seamless. So we knew where to stop, we knew what next to do, and all of those things. So there was the reviewing phase, and I did that for a while. And so I had to move to the design phase. So I have a very beautiful sister who does all things graphics, design and all. So she started with putting together everything for me. And then she had a lot of time on her hands because she was also just doing her own thing. But along the way, she got a job. And then she became very busy. And so we had to put everything came to an halt, and I just couldn't move on from there. And so later on, because I really, really liked her designs, and I didn't think any other person could actually do anything better than her. Sorry, but she's that good. So, and I also know that she understands how I work. So we had to stop for a while with designing and all, and then later we picked it up again, and then we couldn't move on again, so we had to get another designer. So I got another designer, brought him on board, explained everything that I wanted, and then he went to design everything. He went to do the new designs for me. And my previous designer had done some front covers that I really liked, and I said, what, okay, perhaps I'll just use that front cover. Then I went on Pinterest. So talking about the look and feel now, I went on Pinterest to see, okay, what kind of colors do I want to work with? What kind of look and feel would I want, and all of those things. So I started to put together that on Pinterest as well. So I created a folder on Pinterest, and then I'll just be dropping color ideas and things there. So the designing phase, he would send to me, I'll correct some typos, send to my husband, he would correct some things and say, can it be like this? Can it be 2 colors? Can they make it look like this? And I was actually somewhere in my mind thinking is it not getting too much like this? But in the long run, I think everything paid off, because it looks really beautiful, when it eventually when everything came together. So that's for that phase in terms of design. Then I now started speaking with who will print for me. So we started talking about, okay, how many quantity, because they hire the numbers, lesser the cost would be and those kind of things. So we started talking about the quantity and all of those things, and then cost implications. So I started comparing price. I started speaking with different like printers, and I have quite a number on my hand. So we moved past that phase as well, and then I started talking about like packaging. So how do I want the packaging to look like? Would I just put the book in a bag like this and just like send it forth, or like how? Or I thought about it, like I'm very big on packaging, very, very big on packaging. So I thought about it and I said, okay, you know what, I think I would like to have a box. So I reached out to like a company that does like boxing. I reached out to one of my friends. I know that she had done some very beautiful package in the past, and I said, can you give me like the contact of this person? And she sent the contact, and the guy made the box, the samples, and then he sent to me, and I really, really liked the idea of the box as well. I also thought about, okay, should I use like tissues, just wrap them in a tissue and then put them in the bag. So I was at that phase, of just deciding what packaging works best for me. And there was that as well. Then I started talking about marketing and sales. So how do I want to reach the audience? So I created like a seller page, because I know I was going to sell on Seller. So I used to have a website, and I'd actually set up a page on my website, but the website got hacked, and that couldn't just bother me again. And I knew that I wanted to just do this, and I didn't want anything to stop me. So while I'm looking to build another website, I created a seller page, and I said, you know what, I'll sell on Seller. And yeah, so that was set up, and everything is good and running there. So beside the book as well, I have like other packages called the bridal coaching package. So some people, coincidentally or fortunately for me, someone had actually reached out to me to say that they wanted that package, where I would guide them through the process. They would plan themselves, but we'll just have like meetings, where we would talk about things and just be sure that they're on track. And then they would also get the book as well to, guide them through. So I have like 3 products actually, guys, right now from here. So I have the products of the coaching, so where if you want the coaching package, right, you want me to coach you along the way, you want to plan things yourself, but you just need somebody to walk you through things, and you still get the book. There is that. There's another package where you want me to coach you, you will get the book, and you would want me to also send coordinators on the day of your event, trained coordinators. There is also that package. So I mean, look at how like different things came out from just one idea of a book. That was just the beautiful aspect of all this creation aspect for me, because it really like got me thinking, and then I started thinking of ways to like really help. And like I said, feedback as well, from my clients. I started thinking of ways to like just help people who couldn't really afford a planner, right, and who are like looking to DIY things themselves. How can they get the best of their wedding? So that was how like everything, the whole process, everything started coming together, and just me transitioning my idea into an actual product. So I knew that I wanted to also run this as a business. I didn't just want maybe just pay into my old business account or things. I wanted I wanted to like start afresh, So what I did was I spoke with, someone, and I said I wanted to like do the business name registration, trademarking. I'd asked about all of those things, ISBN for the book as well, getting that, creating an account. I wanted to open an account separately for the business itself. I didn't want to like mix anything up in terms of like money and all. I wanted to just do my business properly from everything that I've learned about business. So the first thing I needed to do was to do my name change, because I'd done my name change, but it hadn't reflected on my document yet. So I had to do that to reflect. So I did the old NIMC. I think that was where I had the most difficult time. But anyways, let's move on from there, because I didn't ask like thorough questions. So that like took a while, and I was really angry. I spent more money than I should on that, but that's gone now. So it's good to always ask questions every step of the way. Then I moved on to the CAC registration. That was done 10, you know. I also luckily for me, one of my bride works with FIRS, and you know, I spoke with her about filing of tax and all of those things, and she put me through, because like I said, I want to run business like a proper business right now. And then you know, the whole process of opening a new account for it. So yes, the business aspect of things, you just have to also okay, how do I want this to run? You know, you can't always think about things small at all times. You know, you just have to, you want to run this as a proper business. How do proper business, you know, operate? And then you begin to run things. So this is me just sharing with you my entire process. I've also talked about, you know, delivery. How would I deliver? Will I tell people that it will take 48 hours? Because you know the way delivery people can be, you know, shipping abroad. So, oh guys, I need to tell you that story. So someone had actually even ordered this book from the client that I talked about. Someone had ordered this from the UK and I had sent it to the UK, but along the line, it got missing. So now I also learned from that as well, how that you need to keep your receipt till it gets to your clients, you know, who to work with, how to go about it, and all of those things. So I also learned, you know, some of my lessons in terms of delivery mode, delivery within what's it called now, delivery within the local, maybe from Lagos to Benin or wherever. How would that run? How many days will I tell my clients it would take to get to them, and things like that? You know, you have to think thoroughly about everything. So guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. You can check out my previous videos that I have done on this, you know, series, how it all started and all. And then I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye.